Okay, welcome back. What I want to continue with is Diploma in Electrotechnology, Level 3, Unit 3091. Now, be aware that as time goes on, these units could have changed, but the technical information is still relevant, does not change, okay? Now, we're going to look at it. Session 5, Algebra and Transposition of Formulae. Okay. Outcome 1. Understand mathematical principles which are appropriate to electrical installation, maintenance, and design. By the end of this outcome, you will have had the opportunity to identify and apply appropriate mathematical principles which are relevant to electrotechnical work task. Okay, let me just come back. But sometimes when I look at it again, it doesn't give me what I have in mind. Okay. Now, just revision. Revision. Prefixes are the preferred method of engineers. BODMAS must be obeyed in arithmetical operations. A fraction is another way of saying a part of anything. The top number in any fraction, the numerator, and the bottom number is the denominator. An improper fraction is where the numerator is bigger than the denominator. Before adding or subtracting fractions, the denominators have to be the same. When multiplying fractions, all numerators are multiplied together and all the denominators are multiplied together. To divide fractions, all we have to do is invert, turn upside down the fraction and then multiply. Decimals are another form of fractions, okay? That's what it says there. Because I don't know how it's going to come out on my screen. They're trying to make it look bright and breezy, but it doesn't always work the way you think it's going to work. So, let's have a look. Algebra. Introduction. Whatever level of engineering that you are studying there is a need for some knowledge of mathematics. Mathematics need not with practice be as daunting as you think. Most of mathematics is a way of writing a long, complicated process down on paper using symbols instead of words. Algebra is a type of mathematics where a symbol or letter replaces an unknown quantity. Okay. Now, £10 plus A equals £15. The question we have here, what is the amount of A? Okay. So, what we need to do is we need to look at this from a perspective that we have been given £10. We know the total is £15. So we need to subtract what we have from the total. Therefore, we'll be left with 5. Therefore, A equals £5. Okay. Now, this is something you will need to do yourself, and you will need to write it out for yourself. Okay. All I'm going to do here is to give you an explanation as to how that process was done. You have your £10 plus A equals £15. We have a total of 15. We have one part that we know already is £10. What is the value of A? By moving this factor over here, it becomes a subtraction. And here's all subtraction. Therefore, 15 minus 10 equals 5. A equals £5. Okay. Now algebra. In algebra we use symbols to show an unknown quantity. We cannot use any letter, but A, B, C, X, Y, and Z are the most common. To use any other letter, a key is usually shown to show the meaning. The total cost of buying a number of identical articles equals the cost of one article times the number of items bought. So here we can say T equals total cost, C the cost of one article, N the number of articles bought. So T equals C times N. We could then put in any known values to complete the problem. Algebraic expressions using the letters Z, Z and Y to represent numbers. To find the difference between the two numbers, we would write Z minus Y. To add the numbers, Z plus Y. To multiply the numbers, Z times Y. Although when multiplying the X, sign is left out and becomes ZY or YZ. If there are numbers as well, the numbers are written first. It becomes 6ZY. If there are two numbers, the times sign remains and it's 3 or 15Y. The real numbers are known as the coefficient. To divide Z by Y in algebra, when dividing a number, it is usually written as fraction. Becomes, or sometimes in this manner. Okay. Now, adding and subtracting algebraic terms. Each part of the expression is called a term. We can only add and subtract similar terms. Examples. 6x plus 7x equals 13x. 12y minus 2y equals 10y. 3z plus 2z plus 6z minus z equals 11z. Now why does it equal 11z? Well, 3z plus 2z is 6, plus 6z is 12. Minus z will leave you 1z from 12z would equal 11. But you need now to write this down for yourself so you understand your comprehension of it. Try the following: 2b plus 2b, 4x plus 6x, 10y minus 3y. Okay? Have a look at those for yourself for me for a moment before I give you the answers to those. Okay? So, have you got the answers? Let's see if you're right. And that's what your answer should be. Okay, so I haven't put my teeth in yet. I'm just trying to get my tongue around my teeth. Okay, and that's the answers here. So remember, keep that in mind. Be sure you understand the concept of it and how it has been achieved. Brackets are used to group terms together and make an expression simpler. When you remove the brackets, you have to multiply each term by the number outside the brackets. Extra care is needed with negative numbers. So here we have 6, open bracket, x plus y, close bracket, is 6x plus 6y. Now remember, like signs become positive, unlike signs become negative. Okay. And make sure you write these out so you understand the concept of it. I'm not going to go for this. These are quite simple. Okay. Sorry, I will rephrase that. They're quite simple when you know how. But write the text out. Look at what has happened. 8 times A is 8A plus 8 times B is 8B. Okay. Try the following. Now look at the others down here at the bottom there for me. Okay. Okay. Let's look at you. Let's see if you got them right. And those the answers you should have. Okay. Don't need me to go through them for you in any way or shape or form. 3 times 2A is 6A plus 3 times 6B is 18B. Okay. Okay. Now brackets. If we have more than one set of brackets, we have to multiply each term in one bracket by each term in the other bracket. Okay. So here we have two brackets. 2A so here 2A times 2, 2A times 2 plus 2A times C. Then you're going to have plus 2B times 2 plus 2B plus 2B times C. Okay. Now write out the question for your own edification. Okay. Your understanding. Okay. Your method of learning is implemented here. So it's important that you make it applicable to yourself. Okay. Now let's have a look at our answers. And there's our answers. Okay. I don't need to go for them for you. They are quite simple enough to work out. Look like that they might have changed the brackets around in some cases, but the principle is still the same. It does not change. Formulae. Now, algebraic expressions are used in engineering in the form of formulas to find out values of power, resistance, voltage, etc. It is vital to be comfortable with this type of maths. Later on in the course you will etc. 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 U or V equals I times R, etc. R equals U over I. This used to be represented by V, but it's now universal wherever part of the world you're in. is now known as voltage, so it is constant. Well, the voltage would be constant in the country that you're in at that point in time, but most countries now use voltages of 230 volts. Okay. Okay. Transposition. Now this means R equals rho L over A. Okay, it's the resistive value of materials. This is the formula for finding resistance related to length, area, and area of materials. Rho represents the material that you're dealing with. Okay. Now try the following for yourselves before I go on any further. So let me just give you a little time there to sort that out. Okay. Do not try to learn this off the screen. Write it out. It is important that you understand that concept. And that is, those are your answers there. Okay. And here is the 1, 2 exercises I would like you to do for yourself before I move on and give you the answer. So just take a minute to look at that for me, please. Okay. And here are your answers. Now here V equals BLE. I'm sorry, this it dropped out of sync when I put it right. And Y M stands for M equals Y minus CX. Okay. M equals Y minus CX. The X should be there. Okay. Okay. I hope you found this useful. Okay. And thank you for watching. Have a good day. Bye bye.